It was cute, right?
That's so fancy. Like, what is this, MTV?
I get so excited when I see it. It's like, hey, I did that.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So Ozzy been talking trash. So listen. Hey everybody, it's another Trap Talking on a Tuesday with Maryam. And introduce yourself, baby.
My name is Carolyn Malachi. I'm an artist, educator, and producer and engineer.
Awesome. So
I'm so
so
glad to
excited.
be here.
I was going to say, so I'm so excited. I'm trying not to be all fangirly because this is like actually a friend of like a friend, but I had to research you just because you were going to be on my show, and I like to sound confident about what I'm saying, and I was like, damn, shorty bad. Like,
But did you look in the mirror and say that?
I mean, we be the mirrors, right? but I mean, like I've always known you were dope. But I've never done like a comprehensive search of like your footprint online or just like the depth and breadth of where you've been, right? And I'm so excited to talk to you now that I've done that.
Really?
And I'm sorry for not doing it before. But
That's okay.
I don't think like Googling your friends is like a thing.
That's weird.
Okay.
It's like when I don't know, people who do online dating or any kind of dating, like you meet somebody and then they give you their IG or their Twitter and you're just like studying their lives.
Yeah. I do that though. Girl, I want to tell you like what my real thing is, but I don't want people to start getting hip and like not, like go take their names off of it. But I do that. I'll be looking for all the tea, and I'm not gonna ever stop. And not until I find my person. But
I
okay,
just know they will have perfect credit and will never have shot anybody, and will have
I gotta raise
multiple
my
degrees.
standards.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the list.
Yeah, I gotta raise my standards. Don't shoot
Yeah,
nobody. I gotta add that to the
can't
list.
can't shoot
Can't
nobody
can't have shot nobody unless it was in self defense. That's not what
unless.
we're talking about today. Let's get started. Let me get started by saying
We
this.
haven't started yet.
We
Oh,
haven't started yet. I feel like we haven't started yet because I want to start by saying how I met you.
oh, how? Take me
This was
back.
years ago. We met on rose bushes and machetes. We met doing theater,
Wow, that's right. That's
right?
right.
I feel like you and Jaren were the only ones I kept.
You kept. I remember doing that reading at where do we do that reading?
Oh, DC Black Theater? No.
But I
Didn't you
never
come with us
really.
to you came with us to New York, right?
Yeah, I did the whole thing. I was
Yeah,
there
it
for
was
the whole
good.
shebang.
It was good. That's how we met. And then the next thing we did was it was again theater. What happened to you in theater?
I was just having fun.
But you're good.
Well, put me in something else. I'll do it.
Bet. Ozzy, you there?
Oh, hi, Ozzy.
He wants to remount Kind of Blue.
You know, I guess I should tell you this. Like, I had my students work on that for an audio for TV and film project. Like,
That would be a good choice.
they took scenes and, did a whole project, basically adapted the script to screen.
Don't tell him that. He's gonna want to see it. Well, you've
Oh,
already said it now. Was it good?
there were one or two that were really fantastic, like Spike level.
So let's talk about this students thing. That was a nice segue. What's this student situation?
I teach audio production courses at the Howard University in the School of Communications. Excuse me. I've learned to say the Cathy Hughes School of
Get
Communications.
it together.
Yeah, real quick. It'll get you together real quick.
Uh-huh.
But the students there are, they're budding journalists. Some of them are filmmakers. Some of them actually want to get into music production,
Mm.
sound design. So I teach several classes, but I'm very proud of the work that the students do.
Mm-hmm.
It's all very heartfelt work. Like they all are wanting to make an impact every single day, and
Mm-hmm.
they really do bring all of themselves to the table. So I just feel really privileged to be there, for sure.
Because I know, I feel like I remember when you were considering going into the classroom, and it was kind of like a choice, like a, do I really want to do this thing? So you're at a no regrets place.
Oh yeah, no, zero regrets whatsoever. Like I always, I've, for years, have asked myself, how dope would it be if, like, Beyonce, when she wasn't touring, was in the classroom teaching? Then we wouldn't have to wait 30, 40 years for her autobiography. Like we could learn everything. We could
Yeah.
learn everything right now. And I think there's a lot of value in having someone who is, actually a practitioner of the craft right
Yeah.
now, teaching right now, learning right now, and teaching right now. So um, I feel really, really grateful. Like no regrets whatsoever. And I have to do the beautiful thing is I'm on the tenure track there, so there's a real like work product output requirement for me because I came in as an artist. That means I
Yeah.
have to I have to put out records. So guess what's coming? A
A new
record.
album?
Yeah.
How soon?
So 2022.
Really? That's exciting. Is it jazz? Is it do
No,
we get like any type? No.
I mean it's me. So there's
A little funk, a little.
you know what it is? It's quiet.
Oh, quiet retrospective or quiet like somber.
No, 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 no. No somber elements. It's like,
Okay.
I feel like there's so much work that's done, out of the light,
Right.
out of the public space. So it's that. It's the
Yeah,
work.
I like that. I feel like I can relate in the sense of I'm seeking space to create the work, right? So like instead of being in 10 different places at one time, I need to just kind of be in a place where I can have my life and be able to still take care of myself, but I really need to be able to do some work. I need to write. I need to see some things get up on their feet, and it'll probably be quiet.
But isn't taking care of yourself the work too? Isn't it the first work?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I guess it's how you define taking care of yourself. Because I take pretty good care of myself, especially now. Because I got sick. All those, being a woman and dealing with woman body and menopause and thyroids and all that other stuff. I had to like really like I had to pause. I had to make some strong decisions about how many spaces I'm willing to be in, while also trying to make this one body that I have work with me and for me as long as I can.
I know that's right.
Yeah. So, I hit 40 in 3 months. And so I'm planning like, what does the next 10 years of my life look like?
I thought you were gonna say you're planning a party.
I am that. I am in Belize if you want to come.
Yes, yes. I want to be
Nobody
there.
else. Just kidding. Anybody can come. I'll tell you where I'm going to be. I'm not doing no travel planning. I'm not doing no group trips. I'm not telling you. I can say
Listen,
I will be on this island from this time to this time. If we bump into each other, cool. Buy me a drink.
that's the best way to travel with other people.
Yeah. I don't
No
want any
agendas.
super easy. So I have some questions.
Uh-oh.
I do. I have some questions because there are things that you do
Hmm.
that I don't understand. Um, One of them being blockchain. Now, I remember years ago,
Hmm.
you started talking to me about cryptocurrency, and you even hosted like a whole workshop, um, two whole workshops, and that I saw. And I wasn't really hip, but I didn't hear a lot of people talking about it. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of like blew up, blew up, blew up. I still don't fully understand it, even though I own Bitcoin, which I don't know if that's the same thing.
Good for you.
Are you proud of me?
I'm so
Yay!
proud.
Josiah owns Bitcoin too.
Don't
Look
you
at
say
me.
that, Josiah.
Look at me.
Look at this.
But I don't know.
Wow.
I don't really understand. I mean, I bought a bunch of it just because I was like, let me
Hmm.
get in. But there's so many different kinds, and it's now at least it seems like there's so many different kinds, and so many different places you can get it. I got lost. Um, I bought mine through Cash App, which I'm pretty sure is not the best place to get it, but I got it. So talk to me. Tell me, teach me about what's this. Give me
Um,
like a. I'm not gonna ask you to do a whole workshop, but like,
well,
give me the tea.
I'll just, okay, the T is, think about it this way. You use email every day, right?
Hmm.
Do you know how email works?
Conceptually, no,
We use it every day.
right.
I think for, if you don't want the workshop or the
Do y'all want the workshop?
the
How many
foaming
of
at
you
the
know what it
mouth
is? Am I the only one that doesn't know?
conversation, the orange pill conversation.
Yeah, I feel like am I the only one that doesn't know?
I think that's another time, but
Yeah,
it's just a method of exchanging value person to
right.
person without any intermediary. I think, just like email. So, um,
But why would you say we're going towards that? Like, why are we? Why is it such a thing right now?
well, I think for some several reasons, and maybe the thing to think about is like, who is it such a big thing for, and why? Like, there's a bunch of, I guess, conspiracy theories about like central bank digital currencies, and
Mhm.
honestly, I'll say the one that's like easiest to explain, or that I guess I'm most comfortable talking about, is a lot of governments, institutions, and even individuals are looking at cryptocurrencies as like a hedge against inflation. So that's just one of many broad but popular topics.
Mhm.
Um, but there's a really special part of blockchain, a special element of blockchain, and that we can integrate into our everyday lives as creators, and that's web monetization and interledger protocol. So basically, just really in a little teeny tiny nutshell, imagine um, imagine you are producing a production in Lagos, Nigeria,
Mhm.
um, and you need to get a deposit for your services. They want to send it in Naira, you want to receive it in USD, and you would prefer it if you didn't have to pay a whole bunch of fees or have your transaction scrutinized by any governments. So, Interledger Protocol, blockchain based operation that converts assets immediately, automatically, and deposits could result in you receiving that deposit in USD or USDC instead of in Naira, because what would you do with Naira in the United States? So
Mhm.
I think that's really important, especially for creators. Everybody's got a global footprint now, or the opportunity to be. So if we can take advantage of tools like that, we can expand our, I guess, we can expand our economic opportunities beyond, our our borders, right? Borders are
Mhm.
fake, but
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
whole nother thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the part that really excites me. Um, and this conversation can go on and on and on.
Yeah, no, but that if I'm hearing you correctly, it's kind of like it's the ability to work globally without having to deal with the stress of American currency exchange
I mean, any
or any
nation,
exchange.
yeah, like, and
So even back and forth, like you giving it to them the same way, them giving.
yeah, like I mean, and I personally have experienced that. Like I did, and the irony was I was on tour uh, through the through Armed Forces Entertainment. So I was doing a tour for the military, and I
Oh,
had
I
to,
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, I had, it was so beautiful. I got to go, to Middle East. That's Africa, by the
Yeah.
way. So,
Yeah. Some folk don't know that. Mm-hmm.
but I got to go to like, some really cool places, but I had to, send money in advance to pay, you got to pay their engineers over there to get the equipment, to get spaces taken care of. So like I'm
Yes,
sending
she is mahogany.
I'm sending dollars abroad to these nations, and I go to the bank and the bank's like, you want to send money where? Why? Do you need to send this much? Who are these
Hmm.
people? And
Right.
it's like I'm just trying to work. I'm it's
Yeah.
just there's way too much scrutiny, and I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm trying to do my job as an
And trying
artist.
to compensate people for doing theirs before.
Listen, because
Go
when I get
figure.
there, I'd like to have sound.
How about that? Yeah. Okay. So okay. So I have a better idea. So you would suggest that if you're a creator, if you're someone who is trying to expand outside of the U.S. with your art, that you should study or figure out what this how to use or at least have that as an access point. Am I correct?
Yeah, I mean, even within the United States, I don't think there's. I mean,
Oh,
as far as
okay.
I know, crypto's not illegal. I mean, there's some projects that the government would not want you to participate in. I think that's for good reason. Keep people
Hmm.
safe. But honestly, I think just try it.
Yeah.
The most important thing for me to say about the crypto space, especially if you are new to it, is just slow down and read.
Yeah.
Read, and stay safe. I cannot tell you the number of phone calls, text messages, emails I've gotten about this NFT project, that NFT project. Yes, sis, you got to get in on this. But then, like, when I do the digging, I'm like, okay, that sounds good. Hey, what blockchain is this project based on? Oh, let me find out. I'm still waiting on an answer to that question, by the way. Yeah,
But
but you
that's like
should do this
fundamental.
because
That's like the first thing you should know. Is that like a
like you
bait?
need to know. You need to know.
Okay.
You need to be able to ask questions. Like, and you need to, like, there are certain things. Like, if a project is in beta, like, I don't want to be a part of it. Y'all can experiment on somebody else, because things happen to folks in the space. So,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of NFT projects popping up right now. But if you don't understand how to use a wallet, how to use a digital wallet, if you don't understand the basics of, I mean, not many people understand the basics of smart contracts, but at least know what blockchain it's on, at least know, um, how to use your wallet, and then just you have to like do your research. If I'm gonna make an assumption about the people listening and watching, first I'm gonna say hello, hi, but there's a
And they're talking
before I make
I'm
assumptions
hoping I'm
about you.
pronouncing it right. Mahogany says, CM is so dope. Brilliant sister. Agreed.
Oh,
Um,
hey,
hey, Baba Aduna. He says, women builders build families with. What you talking
yeah.
about? I love him. Um, Ozzy said that's real. Always being Ozzy. Miss Brenda's here says, "Yay, that's so dope." So people are talking to you. Can you not
Hey.
see your comments?
Here's the thing, and I'm sorry, family. The camera's over here, the computer's over here.
Oh,
I wish y'all could see my setup. I have a table on top of a table, and the camera's on a tripod on top of the table.
I've got Josiah's laptop, the lid to a a Luminex box. You gotta make it do what it does. You know what I mean?
Listen, with a hard T, listen. You have to
Listen.
listen. Yeah,
Oh, did you see that thing where they were like, "Why is there? Okay, why can't we just get rid of the P in pneumonia?" And then the guy was like, "And that T in tsunami," and they just started going down the list. Sorry.
no, the silent letters separate the wheat from the chaff. Daggone it.
Oh my god.
There's certain
Um,
things that make me tired. Two, two, and two. There, and there.
I feel like
Pacific, not specific.
as an ex English major, right? As an ex as a reformed English major, and someone who used to be a grammar Nazi. Now that I understand colonization, I tend not to give folks too much of a time about whether or not they care to perfect the English language. As long as I can understand what you're saying, and even if I can't, as long as you can explain it to me, I try not to really go there. And there was like a thing. This sister was in a group. Um, Somebody's grandmother was in a group on Facebook, and she was asking people how they felt about sending their kids back to school with the whole pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And she misspelled a couple words, but you totally could see what she said. Like you could read it. Like even if you had to read it twice, you could read it and you knew what she was asking.
Mm-hmm.
And they ripped her
See,
to
don't.
pieces.
Why aren't you busy doing something else?
And I was just like, you know what? Here's another time for me to say we're not gonna do that today. You know what I mean? But I will say I do catch myself like when I'm writing my own when I black out like that. I don't know if y'all can hear me when I black out like that, but I live in New Orleans and Cox Communications has a monopoly and they ain't about what they supposed to be about. But yeah, I sometimes catch myself like, ooh, I sent that and it was supposed to be THEY. That I know I go through the things, but
Mm-hmm.
it's we gotta sometimes it takes time to unlearn.
Yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? What the hell is data sonification?
It's the process. So sonification is just so data. The term data sonification is just redundant, but um, I feel like it's just a helpful modifier. Maybe it's not, but it's just a representation of information as sound. That's it.
So say for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I like data. And I don't care if it's data or data. No, okay, but
Or data.
or data. Oh,
Data.
I might just start saying, "Can you please? I'm
Commander
looking for the
data.
data around." I might be doing that. Don't judge me. I in my head, and this is when I did my initial Google search, trying to figure out what this meant because you had put it in your bio, and I was like, she played too much. Um, it sounds like you can create like soundscapes.
Yeah.
Uh,
You can do so many things. You can do all the things. I'm kicking my feet. So, like, again, nutshell talk, right? So you can take in
No, this we
certain.
can break down because my mind is going like this.
So just like there's certain programs, Pure Data, which is just like a graphic coding language. Max MSP. There's even a program or a platform called Watcha. So you can basically map, like send
Mhm.
information to different sonic parameters. So let's say you had a incoming stream of numbers or letters and you wanted that every time those letters and numbers come in, like the volume, the number, the amount would basically trigger the playback of some sound or the manipulation of sound. So you could use any change in information or flow of information to adjust any sonic parameter that you establish within the system you use. So whether that's like reverb or pitch or anything else, it's really cool stuff, and it gets like really granular and nuanced. But yeah,
Yeah, me too, mahogany. Wow. Yeah.
there's a lot, and I'm no expert by any means whatsoever. Like I've designed a system that uses blockchain and data sonification to do a thing, which is, make sure that artists performing in the virtual space get paid automatically because we're tired of dealing with janky promoters. I feel like we left them in the before times. They can't exist anymore. But then also, we're not able to hear our audiences online. So now I've designed this wonderful system, but I still need people to help me build it. So if you're an expert in, sonification or blockchain smart contracts, holler at me and sign my NDA. Thank you.
Are you one of those people that like doesn't say that you're a genius just because of like humility, but then like you do things like this, and then we're just all supposed to just kind of sit back and like try to not say out loud that you're a genius?
It's not, no, I mean, everybody's a genius, but everybody is their own level of
Mahogany said,
genius.
"Stop playing." I agreed.
I think I know the Mahogany. This is Mahogany with two E's. This is the
It
artist. She
is.
just dropped an album, y'all. Y'all need to check it out.
Put the link in the chat.
It's not that. You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you for real. And I don't think I've said this out loud before. So I
You heard it
so
first.
okay.
Stop talking on a Tuesday.
Noosh.
No shit. All we need is that like.
Let's say so like I graduated from AU, American University. AU doesn't feel the same.
It doesn't. It's not. But we're proud.
I'm very proud eagle. I guess it's the sound they make. I don't know, but
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
We
But
must acknowledge that you just made the Eagles. Okay.
so let me tell my little story.
I was about to say, girl, this is getting interesting.
Y'all have no idea things that happen in my brain. So anywho, so whilst I was matriculating through grad school, I did an internship at a certain music venue in DC. And I was interning as like I was doing like front of house sound. So for anybody that knows it, what that means, I was the sound person, or some people like to say the sound man.
Right.
It's a whole another
Running the
issue.
boards. You were running the boards.
Right. Pause. Like, yeah. Anyway, I was running the boards, but I have so much to say on this issue. But anyway,
The sound man issue.
hey, where's the sound man? She's right here.
She.
You looking at her? You looking at her right here?
Yep.
But
But that's part of the production world in general. Well, so we
yeah.
can talk about that because that.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
to answer your question very directly, it's not a humility thing. It's I still very much was Carolyn Malachi, as I am 24/7, but I noticed how people treated me when I didn't announce myself. And there would be really rare occasion, and I wasn't trying to announce myself anyway. Like I was basically working 2, 3 jobs, performing, and in grad school. I looked terrible for 3 years. So 2 years. I'm not trying to say, hey, it's Carolyn. I was constantly in shambles. But
Right.
but there would be moments when like there'd be musicians on stage, and then somebody would look twice and go, oh, hey, how you doing? And their whole attitude would change. The way they communicated with me, everything changed. And I just realized like just the power of, again, just being quiet and listening. And it's like my mom used to say when I was a kid, seek to understand before you seek to be understood. That's very, very powerful. And as much as I really disliked that internship, that was one of the best lessons that I took from it, because, once like people really show you who they are.
Oh.
They really do. And yeah, so I'm just
Yeah,
quiet.
that's a word. That's a word.
Just quiet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call you a genius and say that I'm excited to know too, because my sister is one too. She's an engineer as well. Um, and she's
But
phenomenal.
you should call yourself one.
Oh, I'm a gangster. Like my genius is out of control. It's a different type of genius though. I wish I had a better understanding. Like the first, for instance, the data sonification thing. The first thing I was thinking was I would love to connect you with any of my clients who, past, present, future, who are doing policy centered work or advocacy centered work,
Ooh,
because
yeah.
a lot of times when it comes to engaging communities that are not accustomed to policy talk, policy speak, legislation, things like that, that's when they call in the artists, right? But just as people are not accustomed to policy language policy speak,
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of folks, especially in culturally underfed and hyper marginalized communities, are they comfortable in spaces like theaters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but music is something that I know, especially like even talking about playback, music is something that I've always seen as a connecting piece. Even, when I was in Senegal, and I can't wait to go back. When I was in Senegal and I was teaching playback, there were people in there from Guinea-Bissau, from Gambia, from Senegal, from France, from Sweden, from Casablanca. There's people from all over the place. We didn't speak the same languages,
Mm-hmm.
and there were not enough translators to like mitigate the that divide. Look at this. It's not his middle finger. He wanted to show me that his ring finger is crooked. Could you please
I just, I,
go? What's going on my show? He was quick to mommy, look at this. And I told him a long time ago, them 8 counts better be serious if I'm in the middle of a conversation. And that was not a serious 8 count. I just want to be clear. But yeah, like, the idea that there could be one, because we do so much, we need so much, we need access to qualitative data,
mm-hmm.
and we need access to responses to qualitative data, right? So my first thought was, ooh, if you could take these numbers from people's experiences and or take people's experiences, translate them into numbers or code, whatever is used, and that can then become sonified.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sonified.
There you go.
Then you could have a conversation or a full installation around the sounds of this data and bring people in around how the sound makes them feel, like what their response to that is.
And that is a concept that you need to patent right now.
I should be talking offline, huh?
Yep.
Y'all heard it here first on Tribes.
Maybe it's trademark, but you need that's a whole idea.
Let me do this on my phone while we talk.
That is a whole thing, sis.
I mean, I don't know how to do that conceptually. I'm saying this to you because this is not nothing I do, but
it's your idea.
I mean, yeah,
it's your design.
You see, let me get myself on Legal Zoom real quick for y'all play with me.
Listen.
But yeah, that's what I thought I heard. That's what the first thought I had, and I was like, that would be brilliant.
Yep.
Stunning. So keep doing that work, man.
I appreciate that. There's a lot to learn still. It's just going back to school exposed me to that. I had never heard about that in my life. And I was like, oh, this is a possibility. Well, I see how this thing that I'm kind of just learning, well, I'm really hearing about for the first time, really could link to this thing that I know, very, very well. So if you're, on the fence about going back to school or reading that book, go back to school, read the book.
I'm going to read the books. Yep, that's what I would do. No, I mean, I take class. I take classes. I try to take at least like one certification class per quarter. In something in my field right now, I'm doing a lot of communication certification, like learning different software because more clients are asking me for communications work. But yeah, I mean, I'm a career student. I think we should all be career students, even if it's just being certified out the wazoo.
You should just keep growing. I
Yeah.
mean, as long as the world turns, there's going to be something new to learn. So,
She said reading the books is cost effective.
yes, it
True.
is. Listen,
True.
there's a whole lot of free material on Google Scholar.
Yeah.
Listen,
Right. And borrow somebody's JSTOR password. I mean, we borrowing Hulu passwords and Netflix passwords. Let me get that JSTOR. I mean, I was so
information's
excited. There was
out
an
there.
article I had to post about today, and I was like, what if and then they said that the organization that wrote it covered the paywall so anybody could have access. I'm like, why don't people just do that? If you commission the article, bring the paywall down.
Like, now that I'm a professor, I'm I'm getting into this world of like academic publishing.
Hmm.
And it's very strange to me that you have like, you know, these great thinkers amass these huge like bodies of knowledge, these bodies of work, and you take this knowledge and you lock it away in your academic journal for only this many people to read.
Yeah.
Like, how are you helping to advance civilization? Stop doing that.
Or you make it so difficult to become published.
That's a whole
Like there
nother
are
thing.
people who like I talked to my sister before, right? My sister, the genius, right? She was woofing at one point. Woofing, working on organic farms,
Oh, I thought you were talking about the like
Oh no.
I promise this is 100. This is
And
sparkling
I'm on
water.
tea tonight. I haven't even had anything. I'm
This
sitting
is
here
sparkling water.
sparkling water and chai, rose chai and turmeric.
I just put it in this glass to make it look cute.
Wild. But she was woofing and um was working on like a topical cure for psoriasis with
Oh
like
wow.
all like just a bunch of stuff. And she's got all these notebooks full of things I'll never understand. And and I was like, well, why wouldn't you write something and, get it published and let people see how profound you are? And she explained to me the process of being accepted.
Chosen.
Yeah, the process of and I was like, I would, you know, I would want to go through it just so I could say I did it because I'm one of those people that's like, no, you're gonna publish my piece of work, right? But I could see why it makes me sad.
It's okay. I'll just wait for you to come back. I'll
I
never
could
let go, Jack.
never let
I'll
go.
never let go.
I could see why people hoard. It may be because we probably have too many. I think my son probably has 17 things hooked up to this Wi-Fi. But yeah, but I mean, the idea that you have to be there's a group of people who've been tapped to decide whether or not this research that you can prove, this information that you can prove, is good enough.
Yeah, I don't understand it yet. Um, I don't. I thought that. I mean, I just got accepted into a journal, and like, yes, and my article comes out. Thank you.
Look
It's
at
coming
you
out in
being tapped.
2023. Yeah,
Mhm.
but like the whole process, it was. I don't know. I feel like it's. I can see it being extremely weird for people who have never had to cold call a music venue to try to get a gig.
Mm.
So if you can stomach that, then this is just like, oh, I only have to follow up with you once. Oh, that's fine. And you
Did
really,
I did I ever tell you about the first time I found out I was Googleable?
when did you find there's something here?
The first I was because you just reminded me when you said cold call a venue. Like it was like 6 years ago. I came to New Orleans and I wanted to tour the Mahalia Jackson. And they were like, we only let people in who would be like prospective
Oh,
producers
brother.
or like whatever, whatever. And I was like, first of all, I'm going to see this theater. So she was like, are you someone who would be, gave me the whole like under the thumb. And I was like, I mean, I was looking at the venue. Well, my name is Maryam Foye. You can just Google me. I didn't know what she was going to find because I had not Googled myself at that point. I was like,
You
man,
just said
what?
it.
I just said it and I was going to just walk away when she told me, girl, go. She was like, okay, well, you can meet so and so at the side door. And I was like,
Bet I can.
bet I can talk to me with your. Now I got to go manage my footprint because, it changes, But
You just
back
reminded
then,
me.
it was flaming enough to get me. And it's such a beautiful theater. I'm obsessed with, I'm obsessed with. They have the stage has a double lift,
Mm.
a center stage double lift, and I just think that that's a like and it's named after a black woman. So you've got that, and then the wings are big enough to be a black box, like they're
Oh,
huge.
wow.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And standing on the stage and looking out, like the design of the seating. I mean, it's just that's a beautiful namesake for Mahalia Johnson. Like
Mm.
she deserved a theater like that.
Mm.
Um, is gorgeous. And if you can perform there, I mean, if any, I don't know, I don't know. They only take traveling tour. That's the thing about New Orleans. That's the thing about most places, most major performance cities that I am not a fan of, is the larger venues like the. Here it would be the Mahalia, the Spranger. There it would be like the Kennedy Center. Even though the Kennedy Center now, post racial uprising, is starting to let more folks into their smaller spaces. The main stages are really for transplant travel shows, and I think that's a waste of homegrown talent.
Well, I mean, I can see
And
the.
most places have especially big cities. Most places have homegrown talent that could fill and use a venue.
Yeah, I see the business case for only bringing in traveling talent to those larger venues because when you live in an area, you potentially can saturate it. However, go-go bands are an anomaly. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't. They could play 7 nights a week, and the crowds will still be just gargantuan. But you don't get a lot of go-go at the Kennedy Center. Not no shade to the Kennedy Center, but maybe there's
Well,
some
it's
now. I don't know. But
no, and if they do, it's going to be outside. Because the one thing I will say about go-go, and I remember I only lived there for 10 years. I'm not a DC native. But the one thing I can say about a go-go is they got to move. It's almost impossible. Like you can't go to a go-go show and start in a seat and end in the same seat. You got to get around.
I have seen a Millennium Stage show, I
How'd that
guess
work?
once or twice.
Was it
I mean,
restrictive?
I've seen that they presented one. I wasn't actually there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't know, but I was just when you said that, it made me think. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
move. You
you
can't
gotta
sit in
move.
your chair.
No.
Put your one leg up and put your
I can't actually put my booty on the floor, but yeah, it's like
booties on the
wow.
chair.
I feel like that would be cultural. That would mess with the culture of the music. But there are other. I mean, like you've got these small theater companies, or not even small theater companies. You got theater companies with expansive shows, large productions, that are having to downsize because the venues don't match. They can't find venues that are large enough that will house them, and they're selling out multiple times. So but I don't think it's a DC specific issue. It's a across the board issue. But we're having a whole fight in the performance community right now about equitable space and burn the DC cultural plan, throw that in the trash. But it was a good start. And have you read it?
No.
It's 300 pages of like why y'all playing. Basically, they put the entire onus of fixing all the issues on the artists. So it's like you know that there's a problem, you know that there's an issue, and now you're telling the person who is being harmed the most that they need to figure out how to make it better, and you'll support them once they figure it out. Stop. and then you wrote it and got it signed off by. Let me call. All right, let's play a game.
Let's play a game because I'm thinking about quotes from various poets on this subject.
Like, yeah, it's just
Let's play a game.
it's hard. It's hard to witness, especially. I'll say this, especially now that we're attempting to come out of this space that we've been in and reopen venues. Fred, what's up, man? The larger venues are going to be necessary if we're going to create safe spaces, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't want to have a 500 seat venue, and then fill it to 500 seats, because it's still, even though we're moving out of it, we're still in it.
Mm-hmm.
You need 1,000 seat venue for 500 people now. Then that type of thing.
I'm not sure audiences are. I'm not sure certain audiences are all the way ready to come back yet.
No, they should. No. I know my audiences are not.
Yeah, neither am I.
Mine are not. Mine are not. I've asked people, like, because I like small, intimate spaces, and I don't believe in telling people what they have to do with their bodies. So I can't mandate certain things that would make me feel comfortable and safe. So if I can't protect myself, then by default I can't protect people in the space. So we can't do nothing until we can do that.
Safety first.
Always.
Safety first. Yeah.
Lacey said he's a jazz musician. He plays the horn, the piano, a bunch of different things. He says his numbers are low as well. So, Red, how did the hip hop show that you guys did for the hip? She curates. You know Red Summer.
I think so.
You met at the Tribe. She was one of the judges with you. She was one of the judges with you at Tribe Fest. She's the curator for the DC Hip Hop Museum.
Oh.
I think they just had an event. I was like she might be signed off by now, but I'm wondering how that turned out, because it was a big event. I'm sure it was tons of people. All right, we're about to play this. Name this song. She said it went well. Were people comfortable? Was it like everybody there at one time, or was it? I don't know why I'm getting louder.
Like, you're about to play a game and you're excited about this game.
No, I was like, when I'm talking to the people in the comments, like, why do I get louder?
Because you can't see them, and so your brain tells you need to. It's like when people watch football games and basketball games, they just yell. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. No matter how much, even if you were at the stadium, they can't hear you.
I just wanted to know if there was people. All right.
Stop it.
It says I'm supposed to select your age. I'm just going to put
37.
Are you younger than me? I thought we were the same age.
I'm 37.
She said it was packed. Everyone got more relaxed as the night went on. Put your mask on, boo.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I don't understand taking down your mask to sneeze. Why do people do that? I don't understand.
Do you know my son will not? My son. I tried to give my son a mask that I had on. He was like, I can't wear that mask because you had it on and you might have COVID. And I was like, okay. And then we were in the car and I was like, what is that on your mask? He was like, oh, I dragged it on the floor, but it's fine. You know how disrespectful?
Priorities.
Let me go back to this. So are we going? I think you only get 3 seconds to answer. What? Y'all can answer. Can you close your comments? Because I'm going to let other people answer too, but I don't want you to cheat.
I can't even.
Oh, you can't see because your camera's not even over there.
Mm-mm.
All right, so y'all can, and then let me know if you can't hear it. Okay, so your options are country, dance, hip hop, love or not, don't know what that means, mixtapes, going to tell you that I would fail, pop, R&B, rock, or top hits.
Why is jazz not an option? Let's go with R&B.
That would be too easy. R&B?
Yes.
Are you ready?
No, but let's do it. Look, if I get all these wrong, don't revoke my black card.
I can't tell you what the people are going to do. You're safe with me. Wait, okay, you guys tell me, what should we do? Essential 90s, essential R&B, or 90s R&B? I feel like they should all have the same list, but y'all pick. Somebody, anybody. There's a little.
What was I listening? I was listening to Alanis Morissette in the 90s.
Me too. Jagged Pill was that thing.
Yeah. I was listening to Creed.
You might not get these.
Smashing
All right, this is
Pumpkins.
90s. All right, you might not get these. All right, here we go.
Counting Crows. These are
You,
all
you,
bands.
I was in that phase
Sheryl
too
Crow.
with my big old Frankenstein shoes. Anyway, okay,
Dave
here we go.
Matthews Band. Can I get that list? Okay.
Ready? Here's your first one.
Oh, say my name. Say my name.
Okay, you got that one.
We been playing around with No Diggity.
Oh, you almost missed that one. Go ahead. Okay.
Oh, Janet. Oh, Whitney Houston. I will always love you. TLC Waterfalls.
You got all of those ones.
I'm black.
Leveling up. It says level up.
There's more.
It says you had to level up. That was the easy round. Apparently. If anybody on here didn't get that, go ahead and tell me so I can make fun of you. All right, here we go. Level up. She said I'm black. Lacey said. She said she black. All right, here we go. It's loading. So maybe it is that I got too many devices on here. All right, ready?
No.
I don't want to.
Go without you.
Somebody has challenged you.
To what?
Somebody has challenged
you.
A duel.
You can win.
You want me to accept the challenge? I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen.
Yeah, go for it. How does this work?
I don't know, but she says she's ready to go against you.
Go for it. Let's do it. Did you know that when it's Seal, Kiss from a Rose. Oh, Fuji's. Oh,
come on,
God, kill it. Somebody's name with my song.
She beat you.
Oh, Lauryn Hill, that thing. Come on, the pony, Genuine. Mariah Carey will always be my baby.
You lost, fam. You lost. I'm not even gonna.
I was right though.
You were right. You just were mad slow. But you were there.
I was enjoying
No cards revoked. All right. So this is the time where you tell us everything you've got going on, anything that you've got coming up, so we can tap in and support you. Even if it just means, following you. Like, what is it? Whatever you need. I'm going to give you a solo. 1 second, please.
Oh, it's getting special. Oh, look at that.
Fancy.
Thank you for this solo. I'll try to use the time wisely and say thank you all for, first of all, being here. Tribe Talkin. I would really appreciate it if you all checked out my album that's coming out in 2022. It is going to be a very quiet project, and I hope it does for you what it's doing for me right now, which is affirming what I already knew to be true and teaching me some things too. So that's it.
I love how you were like.
I wish I was better at that.
It's not. And you can also, if you are not already following her on social media, it is at Carolyn Malachi. There's a dot in between Carolyn and Malachi? Am I tripping?
For Instagram, it's just Carolyn Malachi. Mm-hmm. For Twitter, it's Carolyn_Malachi. Mm-hmm. And that's where I be.
And that's where she be. Mahogany, you didn't drop your link yet.
Wow, there's a whole comment section that I haven't clicked on yet. Hold on. Been looking at this the whole time. Oh my gosh.
I
Look at
asked
all these
you.
comments. I was looking at private chat. I was like, gee, who are these people she keeps talking about?
I love you so much. And I also want to say, let me take this time to say I have not looked you in the face since you got married. So congratulations. I'm so
Thank you.
happy for you. That is some of the like I hate that it was in the midst of all the mess. But I'm also glad that it was in the midst of all the mess, you know?
Yeah.
It looked perfect. So congratulations on love.
Thank you.
How's your health? I know you were posting things about fibroids and
Yeah,
how are you doing?
I'm good. They're getting evicted pretty soon.
Ah, good. So I wish you, I mean, I hope to talk to you before that happens, but you know, prayers up for
Thank
anytime
you.
anybody else touching you,
Like,
right?
listen, thank you.
Lacey
Appreciate
says,
that.
just followed you on Instagram.
Thank you, Lacey.
Thank you, Lacey. So
Wait, I see B Hayes. See Miss Hayes. All these
yeah,
people that
everybody,
I know and
like a few
love.
people stopped in to see you.
That's what
Um,
happens when your computer's too far away from you.
you were blessed to do a song. Oh, so you guys did perform together. Oh, no, I
Yeah,
can't sing.
you can sing.
I can. I want to learn to sing. I would love to. Do you do lessons?
No, ma'am.
Hmm,
No, ma'am.
that's unfortunate.
Nope. It's the best thing.
Yeah, for you. Which
No.
matters? Which matters? Could you just if since we've got a few more minutes, I'm going to use up all the minutes I have with you.
Use them.
Um, these are questions that I normally ask. Ozzy
Thank
says
you,
sending
Red.
love. Thanks, Red.
Thanks,
Um,
Ozzy.
if you could, oh,
What?
I don't have my normal list in front. Describe your no.
I can tell you a story I was going to tell you when you
Yeah, do
said
that.
you were
I,
Googleable.
I still got a question, but go ahead.
Oh,
Tell me.
no. Ask your question.
No, I want to hear your story first.
Well, you said you were Googleable, and it reminded
Yeah.
me of a time I went. So I don't get my eyebrows waxed anymore. And it's because one time I went and I got them waxed, and I guess the wax was too hot, so the lady ended up ripping some skin off.
Oh no.
And I went, it was close to my grandma's house. I went to my grandma's house right after, and I told her. And then, like the next week, my grandma told me that she took my little like memorabilia book to the nail salon and put it, gave it to the lady. It was like, you can't do that to her. She has shows. She's on stage. She's in magazines.
Yo,
You
your
can't.
grandma's my favorite person ever.
She did. I think that's when I knew I was Googleable. When grandma did that.
Your grandma's the best person ever.
It's like this big old notebook.
That's she was like, don't be playing with her face. This is money.
I was like, Grandma, you can't do that.
I love that. My grandma was the first person to ask me for an autograph. I love that. Grandmothers are the best. Grandmothers are the
Mm-hmm.
best.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
She is
grandma.
gangster.
Oh, you know, I'm getting body contouring done tomorrow.
What's that?
Unrelated, has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. Well, you said the eyelash thing, the eyebrow thing, and it made me think that I'm getting wood therapy body contouring.
Wood
Yeah.
therapy?
Yeah, it's like
What's that?
I don't want to get little. I don't want to lose weight so much as I just want to like um look I want the weight that I have to look different in my clothes. So it's essentially
Oh,
like this like non-invasive like liposuction, I guess. So it just kind of like moves things around until they're like smooth the
yeah.
way that you want them to be.
That's some Star Trek science stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting well because I'm spending Thanksgiving. I'm spending Thanksgiving in Mexico.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and I was like, I want to be. I was in Jamaica, and every woman I saw had on like one of those thong bikinis or thong bathing suits, and it was all different sizes, shapes, whatever, and they just all looked so phenomenal and happy and comfortable. And here I am in my little boy shorts, and I was like,
anybody
Saloon's gonna get all this cheeky cheek.
right. and
So
do what makes you happy.
I'm getting the body contour. I hope it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt. Has
Y-
anybody
y-
done it?
no, you going to Tulum?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need you to take some bug spray. All right. I
Oh
need you to
yeah,
take all of it, all the bug spray you can
I
get. The
know. I know.
mosquitoes are not playing.
They bad. They're bad, but they're bad,
Okay.
and they're bad everywhere.
No, 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 no.
Oh, they're like that, like that.
Yes, they
So
pull up. They pull
my little
down your
lemongrass,
socks to get you.
my little lemongrass eucalyptus spray ain't foam.
No, no.
Look at your phone.
I'm still angry. I'm still angry. And if you're going to the jungle for any like
I have no
excursions,
intentions of going to any jungles.
okay. If you're not on, no, even if you're on the beach, they're ruthless in the jungle though. If you're not, they're ruthless.
That doesn't even sound like anything that's like interesting to me going into the jungle.
If you're
Why were
not
you in
on
a
the beach,
jungle?
that's I was doing ATVs and swimming in the
Oh,
cenotes
you do
and
itineraries.
climbing. No, excuse me. I do not do itineraries. My sister does
Oh,
itineraries.
I,
Therefore, I had to participate.
I don't travel. I don't travel with people who do itineraries.
I have learned not to do so.
Don't tell me I got to do
Tulum
nothing.
taught me. Like he
Right.
taught me. Tulum taught me.
Right. I have friends who are like, oh my god, and you think you can do the ruins? You can't come. You're not invited.
What's a nice way to disinvite people?
What is a nice way?
Like, how would you want to be disinvited?
Y'all tell me what's a way you would want to be disinvited from something? What is a nice way? Because I don't know if I'm the right
In
person.
Jesus' name.
And Jesus, right. We decided not to go. Don't look at my stories. But you can block people from your stories, like and don't.
But then you have to explain why you block somebody from your
They
stories.
don't know. Who knows? Why would they know? First of all, I'm not inviting you if I feel like I'm going to ever have to disinvite you.
It'd be the ones you feel like you don't have to disinvite.
Oh, well then I just say I don't want you to come.
It's just like, oh, you're crazy. Oh.
Play around, play around.
Hey, that's my girl. Uninvited was my shiz. I love that
Yo,
song.
uninvited. Do you remember when it showed up as like a hidden? You should do a hidden song.
Uninvited was the reason for that movie, City of Angels. See, you don't even remember the movie because the song was so grand.
Is that a true statement?
Yes, I really wasn't. I mean, Uninvited was the reason.
Are you?
I love that song. The movie isn't.
Oh, to you. Why was I like?
I don't
Was that
know.
the inspiration for the movie?
No. I mean, it was no, it wasn't inspiration. It's like they took the song and built the movie around the song.
I don't remember City of Angels.
See,
I
but you remember the song.
don't. But I also have not watched a lot of movies. Like I was just telling someone earlier that I've not ever seen Color Purple. So
Now, I thought I was holding the record for fewest black movies seen.
oh no. Mm-mm.
Wow, that's impressive.
Mm-mm.
Have you
Oh,
seen
and
Juice?
Serafina, when Serafina gets to the dog scene, I have to turn. I can't get past the dog scene. So I don't like violence or think. Don't tell anybody else. It's out here now. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Listen, when they take Whoopi and Serafina, that's hard for me. Not Whoopi.
Whoopi is in all them movies, ain't she?
Not
Like,
Whoopi.
right? I don't know what to tell y'all. I mean, you could probably name 10 black movies, and I'd be like,
Yeah, all the black movies you're supposed to see.
I saw Love Jones.
I saw that as an adult. Wasn't
I
allowed as a
Yeah, I also
child.
saw it as kind of as an adult. What else did I see? I saw
You know it's a black movie? Lion King. Okay, let's
is
call it
and
say.
is, and I saw it a whole lot of times.
All right, Aristocats. All right,
That
that's a
too.
black movie.
Saw that too.
All
Lady
right,
and the Tramp, can that be one too?
Oliver and Company,
Saw that.
a black movie.
Hmm
That's
I
right.
saw most of The Best Man.
I fell asleep.
Loving Basketball. Once Tyra Banks started talking, I was like, I can do it. I can get past Tyra.
Love and Basketball is canon. She's gotta have it.
I did interstitials for the 20th anniversary of She's Gotta Have It for the Uptown Movie Network.
Yeah, did y'all?
That was the first time I'd ever heard of that movie, and I still ain't seen it. All right, I
Real quick, did you know Maya Angelou has a Calypso album? You need to hear this album. Everybody needs to hear this album. It came out in 1957. Somebody just hit me to it. It is.
Why? Why does she have a calypso album?
Please just YouTube the song "Stone Cold Dead in the Market" by Maya Angelou, and
Do
then
I?
you'll then listen to the whole
Hold on.
album
What's it
after
called? I'm about
that.
to do it right now. What's it called? We're gonna all do this together.
The album's called Miss Calypso.
Miss Calypso, like
Miss Calypso.
MISS. Calypso.
Yes.
Come on, give me something. Oh my God, it is a thing.
It's a whole album, and she's singing, like she's singing on some of those songs. You play, all right. You spent 10
She
years in
look good
DC.
too. She look good. Can y'all see? Y'all can't
She
see this.
looks good. Play Run Joe.
This is Run Joe.
That yeah. Joy.
Joey,
It's the
Joey,
same song Chuck Brown was singing. Run
Mo
Joe.
and Joe run the candy store, telling fortunes behind the door.
Okay.
Cops grabbed Mo, and as Joe ran out, brother Mo, he began to shout, "Run, Joe! Hey, the man,
Oh,
let me
this
go, run, Joe!
It's the
is.
same
Somebody
song.
won't let me go, run, Joe! Run, Joe, as fast as you can, run, Joe! This police holding me high."
But you need to hear the song "Stone Cold Dead in the Market." It's hilarious.
It's called what? Stone Cold.
Stone Cold Dead in the Market.
Hide the crystal ball by the fence.
This is it.
It's the first verse.
Last night he went out drinking. When he came home, he gave me a beating. So I picked up the rolling pin and went to work on his head till I lost it in. And now he's stone cold dead in the market. Stone cold dead in the
Maya.
market. Stone cold dead in the
Wait,
market.
wait.
And I killed nobody but my husband.
Maya been knew why the caged bird sing.
Kill me. His family, they're looking for to kill me. His family, they're promising to kill me. But if I kill him, he had it coming so
Who knew?
Stone cold.
Oh my God.
And I kill nobody but me husband.
I gotta
There's
listen. To
you have to listen to the whole album. There's like 5 or 6 songs. It's like, this is Maya Angelou.
She said, if I kill her, he said his whole family looking for me, but if I killed him, he had it coming. Maya was a thug.
Oh, so Ella did this song too? Wow.
The same song? That's crazy. This she here she is around the fire. I can't. Y'all gotta Google the album.
All
right, so hold on. What's it called?
Fire.
My son's in here. We can play it when I'm done.
She did a song called Neighbor Neighbor talking about nosy neighbors.
Okay, hold on. Neighbor, country neighbors.
No, I said it's called Neighbor Neighbor, but she's talking about like nosy neighbors.
What's this? Oodly badoop. Oodly daloop.
I don't really understand that song yet.
Okay, we'll have to listen to that. Peas and rice. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What'd you tell me? Which one did you say? Neighbor, neighbor?
Neighbor Neighbor.
Okay.
There's Scandal in the Family.
Gather round me, all señoras and señoritas, bambinos, caballeros, and chiquitas. You must listen very carefully to the song I'm going to sing if you want to avoid the terrible disaster.
I'm going to sing.
It is her.
Neighbor, neighbor, leave me door. I don't want you here no more. I don't like your company. Get away, fly, don't bother me.
I feel like we should be. I don't know how to dance the calypso, but I feel like it's got something to do with my shoulders.
Red dresses, yep.
He comes to my house.
All right, guys. It's been another Tribe Talking on a Tuesday. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Carolyn, for being here. We'll see you on next Tuesday. We've been doing this thing. As long as y'all keep showing up, I'm going to keep showing out. All right. Mwah. I'm going to take you out with a little Maya Angelou, Miss Calypso.
Sure thing, Kim.
Thank you.